Cancelled.
Schweezy.
Let's get into previous week right now. So for those of you who don't know what previous week right now is the news curated by me. Now, I see all the news, and I find the stuff that I think is important, and then I read it for you right now on the podcast, because Daddy wants you to know the news, and the news that matters, and that's what Daddy is here to do. Daddy is here to bring the news. The news with Daddy today. Let's just get right into it. This is from Hill Reporter. Let's just get right into it, as Philip DeFranco says on his show and during sex. Catholic Monsignor who wanted to deny Biden communion resigns after cell phone links him to gay dating app.
That's rough, buddy.
Like Biden, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi is also a faithful Catholic. She angrily attacked Donald Trump last year when he questioned her faith. Recently, the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops voted to approve a document concerning the sacrament of communion. The measure would prevent politicians like Biden and Pelosi, who have voted to allow abortion rights, from receiving the Holy Sacrament. The General Secretary of the USCCB, Monsignor, Monsignor, I'm probably going to say that wrong, and I also don't care. That's the way it is. Burrill read the voting results to the conference back in June. Burrill has now resigned from his position after cell phone data, it's a smartphone, revealed data revealed that he used the gay dating app Grindr and regularly visits gay bars.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
The allegations against Burrill were originally reported by The Pillar, a Catholic news service. The site reports a mobile device correlated to Burrill emitted app data signals from the location-based hookup app Grindr on a nearly daily basis during parts of 2018, 2019, and 2020, at both his USCCB office and his USCCB-owned residence, as well as during USCCB meetings and events in other cities. Archbishop Jose Gomez, the UCCB president, confirmed the news, writing in a memo that the Monsignor resigned due to impending media cut reports alleging possible improper behavior. He continued, the conference takes all allegations of misconduct seriously and will pursue all appropriate steps to address them. So we're going to get into a lot of thoughts. Let me just see if I have any important messages on. I guess he's very famous. They didn't talk about this in the article. It's just the catchy headline that got me. The Catholic Monsignor who wanted to deny Biden communion. So I guess I go to churches, and I've been to churches when back in the day, I used to go to churches where everyone was allowed to have communion, and then apparently other denominations give a shit or something like that, or about communion. They're like, some of them were like, what was it? You had to be, I think my parents didn't let me take communion until I was baptized, or whatever. Like you're not allowed until you have baptism. And I think, as a kid though, I think I got baptized when I was like 11, 12. And so I think in my mind, I was like, well, I want to take communion. So that's why I did it. But I also grew up. So eventually I was going to have to take the plunge to get baptized in the name of the Lord. But yeah, then I think like my roommate's parents went to our church thing in college, and they didn't take communion because there's some rule, like if you think someone's not worthy of taking communion, you don't take communion. Some bullshit like that. I know Josh is going to text me Monday morning all about this shit. And because this is his shit. Josh, obviously, author of Tracking Desire, A Journey After Swallowtail Kites, out now on Kindle Unlimited. That's how I have it. I don't have a physical copy yet. No audiobook, because that's my job. And I'm actually expecting a physical copy of the book for helping with the audiobook. That's just...
This is the type of guy you get.
So that's the thing. So I guess it's a situation. They denied Biden communion because they didn't think he was a man of God enough, or whatever bullshit they justify to him. Because I guess, aren't Catholics a little bit more liberal than All the others, I don't know, man. I haven't gone to church since like 2017. And you're like, 2017? That wasn't that long ago. And I'm like, I know. It's sad for me too. But nevertheless, though, he persisted. So, first of all, it's like a document, sacrament of communion, shit like that. And also another thing, aren't the Catholics cool with the gay people now? Aren't the Catholics cool with the gays? Didn't the Pope Francis say that? I guess it could be different between each church, but maybe the Catholic Church is splitting again. Oh no, not again. And I'm saying again. Okay, so maybe I wasn't paying attention while I was reading it. Nearly daily basis for 3 years. 2022, buddy, you were risking your health for some man action. The reports alleging possible improper behavior. This guy sounds like a shitty person, but also at the same time, I'm kind of wondering though, is it okay? Like, did it do anything? Did it go against his job? Did it affect his job performance, or is it using like job stuff? I guess they don't like him being gay or whatever. I guess that's the situation. I also think a lot of times, I was talking to my brother yesterday. What was the meme I sent him? It was, maybe I'll just, what was it, being gay on TV? I'm just going to describe the meme. I could post it here if you're watching on video, but that I don't want to edit. So it's being gay on TV. It's just a nice, loving couple. And then being gay in real life is just a message that, hi, want to drink my piss in IKEA? I'm also 33. My brother responds with, oh, Grindr. Those were not the days. I'm just like, imagine if they had like a Grindr for straight people and it was like women would just get sexually assaulted. That's all that would happen. I'm not saying I agree with that. I'm just saying that's what would happen. So I was like, that's not be good. And my brother's like, well, Tinder's the same way, but he spelled it Tindr, didn't put the ER in there. I'm like, well, us straights use the hard ER in many different circumstances. I
like that.
That was not the right one. I do apologize.
That's rough, buddy.
That's the right one, okay? That could have been really bad. But anyways, though, but also, I feel like for a guy, like, if you're gay, because, you know, guys will, like, because guys go to any length to try to get laid, but, like, women don't do that shit. So it has to be easy if you're a gay man just to have sex. That has to be, like, the best part of, like, being gay. Just being like, if I want to have sex today, I can. I just get on Grindr, swipe a little bit, and I eventually find a really creepy guy. And we have sex, and maybe I'm on the bottom. That's how I'm ending that. Did I really shed light on this situation? Barely. Or am I going to move on? Yes. Irish gymnasts test Olympics anti-sex beds. This is from The Hill. The Olympic Village's beds are made of cardboard, and while it is sustainable for a person to sleep on, there has been speculation that the Olympics are trying to prevent athletes from having sex during their stay. One Irish gymnast, Rise McClenaghan, that's the most Irish name I've ever heard, Rise McClenaghan, like, it's so long, like, McClenaghan, decided to take to Twitter to test the durability of his anti-sex bed. And then in quotations, we're quoting the guy, in today's episode, Irish is Shrek, okay. Oi, donkey, what are you doing in my swamp? In today's episode of Fake News at the Olympic Games, the beds are meant to be anti-sex. They are made out of cardboard. Yeah, this is sounding Middle Eastern now. Yes, but apparently they are meant to break at any sudden movement. It sounds, now I just sound Middle Eastern. We're not going to do that. I'm not going to do that anymore. McClenaghan said on Twitter, Let me just read my normal words. In today's episode of Fake News at the Olympic Games, the beds are meant to be anti-sex. They're made out of cardboard, yes, but apparently they're meant to break at any sudden movements, McClenaghan said on Twitter. The cardboard beds are said to be turned into recycling paper after the games, according to Tokyo 2020. The New York Post reported, "We are promoting the use of recycled materials for procured items and construction materials at the Tokyo 2020 Games." The Games' officially sustainability pre-games report said the rumored anti-sex bed stories came from the Olympian Paul Kalimo, an American distance runner who last week commented on Twitter saying the beds to be installed in the Tokyo Olympic Village will be made of cardboard. This is aimed at avoiding intimacy among athletes. There's many thoughts here. So the idea of these cardboard beds, taking the idea of these like are anti-sex beds, like are a little. I mean, they're kind of convenient. I mean, it's like you can easily carry them. Like you can fold it up, carry it, take it somewhere, set it up, and then I guess recycle if need be. You know, instead of like doing out of wood or whatever shit like that. You know, I mean, it's kind of a cool idea. The cardboard beds. You know, that idea is really cool. Before the anti-sex thing, but I also want to think this is Tokyo. Like it's very known. Like if you're a tourist, like American tourist, and you go to Tokyo, they're like, why is everyone taking pictures of everything? Because everything's so like unique in Tokyo. So could be a Tokyo thing. I don't know. I'm not an expert. But anyways, we have talked about this before with the lack of condoms. So they really don't want people having sex this year at the Olympics. This session of the Olympics, they really don't want people having sex, which is a bummer because I have to imagine the best part about being an Olympic athlete is all the pussy you get when you're in the Olympic Village. It's like everyone's here and we're all gonna get laid. But thank God for Rise McClenaghan. Was it weird that again? Episode of Fake News, the Olympic Games. The beds are meant to be anti-sex. They're made out of cardboard, yes, but apparently they're meant to break at any sudden movements. So I think the next point is, let's say these are anti-sex beds. Have you watched any porn? I would say 50% of it takes place on a bed. A lot of porn's on couches these days. And I don't know if that's cool or not. You don't really think about where the porn is being shot. You're like, you see a lot of couches. Kitchens are very, on the kitchen counter. But, beds. It's not always beds, people. It's not always beds. So I think, look, these athletes have the adrenaline and can, keep up with having sex in different positions. They have the abilities. These are the greatest athletes in the world. They can do this. And if they have to have sex standing up, they'll do it because they can. If you can run 20 miles, I guarantee you can have sex standing up. I am just making a guess at this. I'm making a guess. If you can run 20 miles, I have a good feeling. Water polo. If you can do water polo, I'm pretty sure you can have sex standing up. You know how hard that is? I just get tired looking at water polo. You're like, Jesus. They're not touching the floor, people. They're not even on their tippy toes on the floor. They're just keeping themselves floating there, folks.
This is the type of guy you get.
So that's something you need to keep in mind. I don't think cardboard beds are going to stop anyone from having sex, and I hope it doesn't. I hope these athletes go strong and continue the good fight. This is from our friends over at Page 6, bringing us such news as some great news, such as Angelina Jolie gets a hot dog. Page 6 is back with another great thing and actually kind of do this. From page 6, like I said, Morgan Wallen admits to using N-word around certain group of friends. From page 6, Morgan Wallen admitted that a leaked video of him saying the N-word earlier this year was not the first time he's used the racial slur. I wouldn't say I've used it frequently. No. Not frequently. It was just around this certain group of friends, the country singer 28 told Michael Strahan on Good Morning America Friday in the first interview since the scandal. Remember, Michael Strahan is black. I don't know if a lot of you knew that, but he's black. Wallen faced immense backlash on social media in February after TMZ published a video of him drunkenly telling a friend to take care of this pussy ass N-word when they returned home from a night out in Nashville. The Whiskey Glasses singer's record label Big Loud swiftly responded by indefinitely suspending him, and several radio stations stopped playing his music. My manager called me probably 2 hours before the video came out. Wallen recalled Friday. He was like, "Are you sitting down?" And no one's ever called me and said that before. The CMA award winner acknowledged to Strahan, 49, that he was clearly drunk in the video, which he said led to him saying dumb stuff on hour 72 of a 72-hour bender. With his friends, in our minds, it's playful, you know. He said, "I don't know if that sounds ignorant, but that's really where it came from. It's wrong. I didn't mean it in any derogatory manner at all." In the midst of the scandal, Wallen checked into a rehab facility for 30 days. "I spent some time out in San Diego, California, just trying to figure it out," he told Strahan. "Why am I acting this way? Do I have an alcohol problem? Do I have a deeper issue?" The former Voice contestant said he also donated around $500,000 to organizations, including the Black Music Action Coalition. Now, folks, this doesn't stop him from being a piece of shit. Morgan Wallen is still a piece of shit, and his name is Morgan. That's a girl's name. Morgan is a girl's name. Okay? Let's keep that in mind. Is that worse than the N-word thing? Is it worse that his name is Morgan instead of the N-word? And also, he said he had a night out in Nashville. Now, I have a strong feeling he went to downtown Broadway, Nashville, where only tourists go. And if you're from here and you go there without someone who's from out of town, you're fucking out of your mind. Because that is the worst place to go in Nashville, in my opinion.
This is the type of guy you get.
Also, so he's like, I say the N-word around certain groups of friends. I'm gonna make a wild guess and say your friends are also racist with you. He's like, and it's not the first time he's used the racial slur. No shit. If you're using it, he's 28 years old. If that's not the first time he's using it. I don't know. I don't know, folks. This guy's a fucking idiot. I don't even know any of his songs. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know 0 of his songs. And yeah, I literally know 0 of his songs. Whiskey Glasses, he went to rehab. He's like, I don't know if I'm an alcoholic or not, but I'm gonna go to rehab in San Diego. It sounds like he went to like summer camp. And did he say he quit drinking? No. He said he checked into a rehab facility. A 72-hour bender too. He was clearly drunk in the video, but was it what's the saying? Drunk words or sober minds. I'm gonna see if I can look that up. Drunk thoughts are sober word. A drunk tongue is an honest one. That's the weird Pinterest picture I saw that said that. And yet, in the same situation, I'm going to go with it. Morgan Wallen's still a piece of shit, people. You should not listen to his music. And we all know you some bunch of white girls who live in small towns. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with either of those, but I'm saying, I'm still going to listen to Morgan Wallen's. We know you're racist. You can calm down. You know him being racist is not a problem to you. But it should be. If you're a good person, it should be. But I have a friend who works in radio, and he's like, I've never seen someone get dropped that fast from the radio and his record label, like that. We're not gonna deal with your shit, Morgan Wallen's, and neither should you. And you should be offended his name is Morgan, because that's a girl's name. It's not. I would say being called Morgan for a guy is worse than being named Josh. I will say that here. If you're a guy named Morgan, it's worse than being named Josh. That's the stance we're going to go with here today. Let's move on to our last article. This one's very interesting. From Mirko Press. And I know you're thinking, I get my news from Mirko Press. If it was opposite day. So let's move in here. Argentine Health Ministry needs 10,000 wooden penises for educational purpose.
This is the type of guy you get.
Okay, let's just, that was the button I pressed, and we're going to go on it. Argentina's health ministry was called for tenders to purchase a large assortment of items, including 10,000 wooden human penises for educational purposes, it was reported. Other needs to be fulfilled at the state's expense are 10,000 dispensers of condoms, which will be manufactured in such a way that they can be hung in public buildings, and 10,000 turquoise briefcases stamped and with ribbons to the tone, together with the replicas of the male genitalia packed in 100 boxes of 100 units each, according to the ministry's website. Also among the condition to be fulfilled by bidders is that the sculptures be neatly polished and measure around 17 centimeters. The items will reportedly be used for sexual education activities and will entail a disbursement of AR dollar amount $13,371,100, the US 1,030. Oh, okay. In US dollars, it's $138,964 at the official exchange rate. Okay. As explained in Resolution 35 of 2021, the request for the material was made by the Directorate of Response to HIV, STI, viral hepatitis, and tuberculosis, and will be intended for the general population and health professionals to be distributed in primary health care centers, or CAPS, health regions, provincial and municipal group programs, and other establishments throughout the country. So, I mean, for education, it's probably a good thing. However, people are going to be stealing the fucking wooden penises. And also, I have a strong feeling that some woman or a guy, actually it can be any gender, honestly, at this point, they're either going to get a splinter in their ass or their vagina. Now, you know, I assume that being a doctor, you've pulled many things out of many asses, but at the same time, when it's like a splinter, like when it's a splinter in the ass or the vagina, that seems weird, you know? You're like, oh, you shoved a bouncy ball in your ass and now it's stuck. Okay, well, no problem. And you're like, how'd you get a splinter in your ass? He's like, well, I had a wooden penis and I shoved it up there. Was it for sexual pleasure? Yes, it was. Some people like it in the butt. Anyways, though, yeah, I just think a splinter in the ass or a splinter in the vagina would probably suck. And that's why I will not be shoving. I don't have a vagina, so I can't do that. But that's why I will not be shoving a wooden penis into my butthole. And you can quote me on that. Hey, thank you for checking out that highlight from Cancel Schweezy. Now, I hope your brain cells don't hurt. We got more highlights available now everywhere. We also got more full episodes as well. If you want to watch a full episode of Cancel Schweezy, available now, right here, right now, available now. If you liked everything, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you get notified when new highlights and episodes come up. And leave a comment, like, and stay awesome.